What's up? The Twins beat the White Sox 10-5 on Thursday afternoon. My name's Tom Froming from Twins Daily, and I'm here to talk to you about the pitching performance from that game. It was a Jose Berrios start. I don't know if there's a guy who is being put more under the microscope right now than Berrios, and rightly so. Twins gearing up for hopefully a playoff run here, and that's the guy that you hope to have at the top of your rotation. So Berrios kind of on a skid of late, but he got it pointed back in the direction. It wasn't all positive, but just taking a look at the game stats here, we've got a nice package of stats that I like to look at for you. 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, so that's a quality start technically. Game score 2.0 had his score at 59, so anything above 50 is above average, so good there. This was a blowout, 10-5. Like I said, was the final score, but the Twins scored 4 in the first, 2 in the second, and 2 more in the third. So this was kind of a game that Berrios could kind of cruise for a while. And the fact that they let him go 6 and throw 101 pitches, in my opinion, from the outside looking in, is a good sign. That tells me there aren't any real health concerns with him. They're not limiting his pitch count in any way. They could have very easily just had him go 5 if they felt like that was the safe route, but they put him back out there. This is his best game score of the month. So much like we said about Odorizzi yesterday, Berrios is ending August on a high note, so that's wonderful. But there are some things about this performance that are not encouraging, some things that are kind of carrying over from prior starts. Let's jump over to, just real quick, I want to show you just the chart of his pitches from the game. You can see he has quite a few non-competitive pitches, especially down here. But the funny thing is there actually are some of these in the pink that are swinging strikes. So even though they look like bad pitches, he actually got some swinging strikes on them. However, 4 wild pitches in this game from Berrios, and actually could have been more. So that was weird to see because I think he had only had 3 wild pitches on the whole season up to date. So to have 4 in this one outing, I think that tells us that he's definitely working on making some small mechanical adjustments. Which that's not a surprise. We'd heard Roy Smalley talk about in the last broadcast. I think it might have even been brought up previous to that. But, I think it'd be pretty easy to conclude that it's likely that the 4 wild pitch outing probably has something to do with him working on those mechanical adjustments. But it's good that he's trying to make changes. But the one thing that is a concern, as you can see here, his average fastball velocity was 92.1 miles per hour. That's not sort of red flag caution low for him, but it is low, 92.1. That's tied for his his third lowest fastball velocity in a start for this season. So that's not great. But again, let's jump back just to his numbers. I mean, let's be honest. If Kyle Gibson turns in this start, 6 innings, 8 strikeouts, 3 runs, 2 walks, we're thrilled. But, like I said, this is the guy who's supposed to be at the top of your rotation. I think it's likely he'll be I would think he'd be the number 1 starter for a playoff rotation, despite how things are going of late. So, I understand that he's going to have a little bit more of a microscope and higher expectations, and yeah, good win. He's moving in the right direction, but it's not all rosy. And then with the big lead, Randy Dobnak came in out of the bullpen and pitched the final 3 innings for his save. He thinks it's his first professional save on any level, so that's kind of cool for him. And he did just what you'd want a guy to do in that situation. Come in, throw strikes, 73.6 strike percentage is outstanding, 9 out of 15 first pitch strikes. He was just throwing the sinker, just, trying to keep it easy and get outs. 0 earned runs, but he did give up 2 unearned runs. There was a leadoff error in the 9th inning that led to 2 runs, but he did exactly the role. He's here to be the long guy and eat innings in these blowouts, and that's exactly what he did. Did it perfectly. So let's jump over. Here is the bullpen spreadsheet. Again, this is available. The link to this is available in all the Twins daily game recaps. You can access this at any time you want through that link. So you can see, again, Dobnak was the only guy who threw today. And this is like as perfect as it could get. Just beautiful. every single pitcher in the bullpen threw exactly once in this Chicago series. And then they had the Monday day off. So they're rolling into Detroit in just a beautiful, beautiful situation for the bullpen right now. And let's talk about that Friday. So tomorrow, Kyle Gibson is going to face Detroit. Big thing that I'm hoping to see is him sort of complete the circle. We saw Jose Berrios had a 59 game score. Jake Odorizzi was at 66. Michael Pineda was at 61. Martin Perez was at 65. So if Kyle Gibson can also turn in a start where his game score is over 50, that would be an entire turn around the rotation with above average starts. Detroit's not a good ball club, so that's not asking too much. It'd be really great to see that out of Gibson tomorrow. But again, this has been Tom Froming from Twins Daily. Thanks for checking this out, and we'll talk to you again soon.